Have you ever been in a situation where everything, and I mean everything, just hangs in the balance? You're waiting for one piece of information, one single document that no one has even seen yet. Well, in this explainer, we're diving right into that exact moment of suspense. It's a heck of a question, right? This is a story about the incredible power of an official record. It's about the tension of just waiting for the truth, whatever it is, to finally be put down on paper. Let's dig into how this one single document really does hold the key to the entire case. All right, so after a really contentious hearing back on October 23rd, the whole foundation of the legal argument is about to do a 180. This is no longer going to be a battle of who remembers what. It's about to become a battle over a single official text. And boom, here's the pivotal moment. The judge ordered that the audio recording from a really key conference back on July 21st had to be unsealed and transcribed. This means turning spoken words into a written document that will now become the official record, something both sides and the court can see and use. And you have to understand, this changes everything. The argument is no longer about, well, I remember it this way versus, no, you said that. From this point on, all that matters is what is written in that official transcript. It creates one single source of truth for everyone involved. So what do you do while everyone's waiting for this game-changing document? Well, for the claimants who are representing themselves, this period of just waiting around becomes a time for some seriously intense preparation. For weeks, the case is pretty much in a state of suspended animation. Both sides are just stuck in this weird limbo, waiting for the transcript that's going to shape their arguments for the big December 15th hearing. It's a pause, but it's one filled with a ton of anticipation and uncertainty. So during this waiting game, Victor and Marina get to work. They are meticulously putting together a timeline of every single email, every document draft, every application. And look, this isn't just about organizing dates. For them, it's a tool. It's a way to make sense of the whole chain of events that led them to this exact spot. And at the very heart of that dispute, the reason this transcript is so important is one very specific, absolutely crucial point of disagreement. It's the issue everyone hopes the transcript will finally clear up. Now, for one side, this might seem like, a minor detail, something to sort out later. But for the claimants, for them, this is the entire ballgame. From Victor and Marina's perspective, the tax status of the payment isn't just a detail, it's a deal breaker. Why? Because it directly changes the amount of money that actually ends up in their pockets. So the big question is, without a clear agreement on that, was there ever really a true agreement at all? This whole process also kind of pulls back the curtain on a hidden imbalance in the legal system. Let's call it procedural asymmetry, which is just a fancy way of saying that the process itself feels very different depending on which side you're on. This slide just lays it out perfectly. For the claimants, every single step is a personal sacrifice. We're talking unpaid time off work, paying for travel and interpretation out of their own pockets. It's a total endurance test. For the institutional party on the other side, it's just another part of the paid workday, a routine professional duty. And listen, this isn't about blaming anyone or saying the system is unfair. It's just about acknowledging the very different weight that each party is carrying. The scales of justice aren't just about the law itself. They're also about the time, the money, and the stress it takes to see the process through. Okay, so with all this prep work happening and this tension building under the surface, everything starts pointing towards one single decisive date on the calendar. As that December 15th hearing gets closer, both sides are gearing up. The claimants have their super detailed chronology ready to go. The other side is ready to argue that a firm agreement was already made. And the transcript, it's going to be the central piece of evidence for both of them. And that brings us right back to the final, lingering questions. The transcript holds the key, we know that. But what on earth is it actually going to reveal? I mean, this could go in a few different directions, right? Will it confirm that, yes, a clear, binding agreement was made, case closed? Or will it show that, no, a final deal was never reached because these key conditions were still up in the air? Or could it reveal that things were so murky that a full trial is the only way to sort out the facts? And this quote, this really gets to the heart of why this matters so much, especially for people trying to navigate the system by themselves. Official documents like a transcript are absolutely essential. They become the only real way to see what the court is going to accept as a hard fact.
So as everyone waits, the ultimate question is still hanging in the air. What story is that transcript going to tell? In a case that's been so complex and frankly so exhausting for everyone involved, will this one single document finally bring the clarity that everybody is so desperately looking for? It really makes you think about the power of the official record, doesn't it?